Hello, everybody, and welcome back once
Hello,
again.
friends. Hello.
Oh God,
Welcome.
we're starting off creepy already with Waffles.
Welcome to the WaffleBran podcast. How did you end up here, you might ask? Well, that's a secret only you and I will know.
Well then, with that creepy start, welcome back to the WaffleBran podcast. My name. We are back once again, keeping up some good consistency, I'd say. Although it may be driving Waffles even more crazy than he ever already is with that intro. But
I'm not losing my mind. You're losing your mind. I am perfectly sane.
that's
I love
debatable.
The idea. I love the idea of just like somebody trying to keep things like on the rails and the other person just slowly like devolving and becoming crazier as the podcast goes. Just
Isn't
like,
that what already? Isn't that well? That's basically what our drunk podcast would be. It's
pretty much.
It's basically trying to keep on track, except for you slowly get even worse over time. Even though you start out pretty bad, you get even worse over time.
Yeah, I start bad and I get worse. I mean, that's just most of my streams in general.
That's most of the
Let's
streams.
be honest.
It's most of the streams in general, but it's especially when Waffles is intoxicated.
Yeah, that just takes my natural waffliness and multiplies it tenfold.
Multiplies it tenfold. Yeah, that everyone, it's tenfold.
Yeah, which very few people on the planet Earth can handle.
There's people
only a select few. Only you chosen few can handle me at my maximum.
Well then,
Bran isn't one of those people.
No, I'd rather run away than ever stick around here. I don't even know. I don't even know why I'm here anymore. It's a question I ask myself every day. Is just why am I friends with Waffles again?
We get into a voice chat, and half the time it's just like it depends entirely on the first sentence I say. If I say, "Hey, Bran, what's up?" Usually things go well. If I go, "Hello, Bran," suddenly he just
things
disappears.
Are already started
I don't know where he goes.
Just like just leave the voice chat immediately and just like don't come
just disappear immediately.
Not even a second. Waffles doesn't even get a second chance on those days. I just leave and we don't talk for the rest of the day.
Yeah, and there's just absolute silence. We don't talk to each other for a week. Until we have to do the next podcast, and then we just act like nothing ever happened.
Anyways, enough about our interesting friendship, I'd say.
Very interesting.
Very interesting. He's got some weird ideas, and I never want to hear them ever again. But we're back. If you are hungry or anything, I suggest staying around and getting even more hungry, because that's what's probably going to happen today. We're talking about some food. We're not specified anything yet in particular about food, but we thought we would pretty much generalize it for this one and just kind of talk about all sorts of food, and we'll see where it takes us, and maybe we'll have a future one that kind of narrows it down a little bit and
more specific. Yeah, this is just like a general sweeping blanket food statements.
That's
food statements. We are stating facts about food, and by facts I mean probably mostly opinions. We've got.
What kind of facts would you have about food? Are you gonna list off some food facts?
Food facts?
Yeah.
I don't. I mean,
do you know any food facts off the top of your head?
Food facts. Pizza is delicious. That is a food fact. That is not an opinion. That is a fact. Irrefutable fact. Pizza is one of the most delicious things on the planet, and nobody can fight me on this. And if you do plan on fighting me on this, I will get all the Italians in the world to destroy you. So I have that power. I'm very close with all of Italy.
with all the Italians in the world. Waffles is very close to them. All right. Very interesting. So you heard it here first, folks. Waffles is very close to one Italian and two.
I know the prime. What does Italy have? A prime minister? I know the prime minister personally. Yeah.
I don't even know, so I can't even.
Yeah, we have pizza on a regular basis.
You have pizza on a regular basis with the prime minister of Italy.
Yeah. So if you couldn't guess, one of my favorite foods, pizza. I guess we can just start off. We can start off with our blanket food statements as what's our favorite foods. Like, I know everybody's got like different favorites and stuff. Like, I definitely have multiple favorites, and it depends on what kind of mood I'm in. I guess what my favorite. You get different cravings and stuff like that. Pizza, number one go to. I gotta say, like, if I'm ever just wondering what to have and I don't know where to go for my food cravings, pizza always a good choice because you can just do so much with pizza.
You know what?
That's
You know what? I'm gonna get us off of the rails for 1 second, just because of something I've noticed. Uh, I'm looking at the stream stuff right now, and I'm noticing the tags. Yeah.
no spoilers. First playthrough.
Yeah.
What the? I
So
didn't even do
so this
that.
podcast is an English podcast with no spoilers and first playthrough.
Guys, no spoilers for this podcast. No food spoilers. No spoiled food. Hey, that's completely irrelevant to the conversation we're having. No spoiled food. Don't like it. Dislike spoiled food.
But doesn't he say spoil? It says spoilers. So things that would spoil. So time would spoil, or air.
Yeah.
So that we can't. There's no air allowed here.
No time. No bacterias are allowed on this stream. Yeah, no spoilers. Maybe that means like no spoilers, like the kind you put on the back
cars?
of your car.
No.
Yeah, no spoilers on your cars, guys.
Not
It
here.
doesn't help the aerodynamics as much as you think it does. Actually, I'm almost positive it does. First playthrough. This is our first playthrough of this podcast. Yeah, I don't even know how the tags got messed up.
Well, it would have been from your other stream, but it's kind of just funny because I just looked at it and I'm just like, well, that's interesting.
Let me fix that.
Anyway, so
no spoiled food. I'm gonna switch it to
no spoiled food. Oh no! Well,
that tag was not found. This is the first entry of hashtag no spoiled food on Twitch. Done. We're gonna start a new category of Twitch streaming. No spoiled food.
No spoiled.
There we go.
That's new.
I fixed it.
New tag category.
New tag category. No spoiled food.
So yeah.
Okay.
So anyways, you love your pizza.
I do love pizza.
You love your pizza. Is that your favorite food? Is that like?
I mean, I love pizza.
Is that like hands down your favorite food?
I would say I would say hands down, because you can just do so much with it. It's so variable, you know? It's so you can just kind of when you say pizza, I mean, you've got the staples, you've got the bread, you've got the dairy, you've got the cheese and the crust. And you've got
isn't the crust just the bread?
Yeah, that's what I said. The cheese and crust is the bread and the dairy. And then
I see what you're saying.
Yeah. And then the tomato sauce is your vegetables.
You're pushing this
depending on how you look at it.
You're starting to push it. You're starting to push against the wall.
And then whatever the hell else you want on your pizza, it's every category, because it's freaking pizza. Like, it's literally everything.
It's literally everything. All right.
Yeah. How can you not like pizza? It's the best.
I just love your statements. It's just like you start making the debate and then you start hitting a wall, and like there's so many other things you could have said to just replace it, but you just start hitting a wall and start pushing back, and slowly like you know what, pizza's great. Pizza's great. You were on a good roll. You slowed down, and then you just went back to pizza's great.
Yeah, pizza's the best. Well, I mean, because you can just throw, I mean, you want fish, you want those sweet omega fatty acids. Put some sardines on your pizza. You want straight want some veggies in your diet, just make a veggie pizza. It's all good. It's all delicious. It's all scrumptious. I like the stuffed crust too. Like stuffed crust pizza. Mm, if I had a choice for any kind of pizza, stuffed crust every time. What so if you had a choice for crust, what type of crust would you pick for a pizza?
I just go normal. I'm not someone who does who's favors stuffed crust or the cheese crust or whatever.
You're not a crust aficionado.
I'm not someone who enjoys crust in general. Like that's the biggest thing. Is I'm one of those people who doesn't really enjoy crust in general.
You don't eat the crust? Well, when's the last time you had a stuffed crust pizza?
A while ago, but I'm not a fan of it.
I mean, stuffed crust pizza is pretty much your breadsticks, but it's attached to the pizza.
Well,
like
yeah,
it's
I know.
it's mozzarella sticks, but is on the pizza and it's delicious, and I love it. It's pretty much the only time I do eat the crust. The crust all entirely depends. Do I have a decent sauce to dip the crust in? If I do, then I will eat the crust. If I've got like garlic butter or something like that, oh yeah, garlic butter, man.
Well, I think it also depends for me, at least, on like how crispy the crust is. Like sometimes I find things are too like I prefer it being a little bit softer. That's when I enjoy eating the crust at times, but like sometimes you find those pizzas that are like really solid at the end. Like it's good to be held up, but it just doesn't make as good of an end to eat.
Right. I mean, yeah, most of my time I'm eating pizza is like I will just leave the crust there because I want the good part of the pizza. I don't want more bread because let's
Don't want
be
more
real.
carbs?
Yeah, I don't want to just eat straight bread. I want the good stuff. I want the dairy and the probably veggies, depending on what kind of pizza you have. Uh, Meat lovers pizza, not so many veggies, but actually I can't. That's one pizza I don't actually really ever do is meat lovers pizza. I can't take that much meat on my pizza.
You can't take that much meat. All right.
I can't take. I can't. It's. I like to have a variety in my pizza, and then when you add the meat lovers, it's just it's too much. Too much meat. It's just too much meat. It's too much.
I don't mind meat lovers. That's something I do not mind. Actually, opposite of you is like I don't mind the meat lovers.
Oh yeah, you're a meat lover boy.
Yeah. Sed's got a lot of stuff going on. No, and so do I. To be fair.
Oh.
I should post my my setup when I'm doing one of these podcasts with how many damn things I have up, and I'm not even modding anything. I'm just got my views up.
Yeah, I've got several monitors worth of things that I don't need, like on at all times. This is why I almost don't want more monitors because.
But all the monitors, Waffles, have all the monitors have like 6 monitors set up and ready.
Yeah, you don't need that much. You don't need that much streaming to your face at every possible moment. It's too much for me. It's too. You know what? I'm just gonna start streaming on my phone, so I have one little tiny monitor. That's all I need.
You're gonna be one of those people who like you just turn the camera to like the monitor screen. So it's not even display. It's just the camera from your phone is what's is showing the game, and not even.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I'm recording the stream on the phone's camera, but it's recording my monitor.
Yeah, not even you using OBS or anything to do it. No, it's on your phone. Oh God.
Yeah, exactly.
Anyways, back to what we were talking about. I gotta be honest. I'm a very picky eater. I will start with that. Like anything I say, I'm a very picky eater. So,
okay.
I can't say that. Oh, I'll eat this and that, or I'll have all these different kind of things. Like I'm not that kind of person. So, my perspective when I talk about things will be a lot of I don't like that, or like I'm very basic in certain ways of stuff. Like I've open my palate to more things over time, but there is a lot of things that I'm very closed off to because I've just been so picky. So
Yeah,
That's the
I
statement I will get out of the way, like to begin with, because it's just
we
like,
like to preface.
yeah, because it's gonna be a lot of
I
like.
don't like broccoli.
Actually, I don't mind broccoli. Broccoli's not too bad.
Yeah, broccoli's good. I love broccoli. I love everything. I'm the opposite. I'm a very not picky person. I will give anything a try. There's very few things I will not eat or don't like
Would
to
you eat
eat.
shark? The only reason I'm asking this is because this came up like right before we got onto the thing. I was doing something else, and someone from Australia was saying they eat shark. So would you eat shark?
Mm, I don't know. It depends on if it's if it's endangered. No, if it's like a common everyday, like
It's a common everyday shark.
uh, yeah, I'll eat shark. Heck yeah, I'll try anything once. I don't think I've ever had shark. I know,
We
I
got
had
it.
opportunities to eat shark, but I never did.
So
When I was in like Thailand,
Waffles has got to go to Australia and eat shark.
I guess so. No, I never had. I know there was a big thing about shark fin soup,
Oh yes,
which
that was
was
that. I guess yeah, I remember
kind
that.
of controversial and stuff like that, where they'd just like take the fin off the shark and just turn that into a soup, and they'd be hunting all these sharks and everything like that. And, uh, yeah, I wouldn't have shark fin soup.
I do
Um,
remember that. I do remember there being something about that.
Yeah, I remember when I did go to Thailand and stuff, that would always there would be these big advertisements, like, everywhere because, they dug that stuff. It would be, shark fin soup and bird's nest soup,
Bird's
which
nest soup.
yeah, bird's nest soup was, there's a certain type of bird, that makes a nest on, like, these cliff faces, and whatever they use to build the nest, like their pretty much just their spit, just their saliva is very sweet, and they will pick apart. They will People will climb up these cliffs of these endangered birds. I don't know if they're endangered or not, but I know they're protected, and they will just grab their nests and be like, "Yoink, mine now!" And they will make a soup out of it. It's bird spit soup, pretty much, which I've never had. So you can't. I don't know why they're so into it, but they really were. Um, Never had bird nest soup or shark fin soup, but it was advertised everywhere. That was their jam, man.
Was there a reason you didn't have it, or is that?
I don't want to try bird spit soup. Two, it was the bird's nest soup and the shark fin soup are controversial, and
Okay,
I
so you
didn't
knew
want
that
to.
it was controversial when you went there, so that's why.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, yeah. Uh, my uncle who I was traveling with at the time was like, "Yeah, don't get the bird nest soup or the shark fin soup. Those are that's it's not uh a humane thing they're doing to get those." So,
Fair enough.
yeah. But shark, I would eat it if it wasn't like shark fin soup and it was like a non-endangered, uh, shark species or something like that. Yeah, yeah, I'd try shark. I'd grill up some shark. Sure. I mean, I will literally try anything once, as
Yeah.
long as it isn't going to kill me. Um, or I'm not going to get some crazy indigestion or something like that. Other than that, I'm down for whatever. Uh, Bugs, maybe. I know
Maybe.
people like bugs in a lot of cultures and stuff like that, but bugs do not taste good. They're
Do
good
you
for you. They
you've
don't
had
taste
them?
good.
Like have you had them? Like is that your
um,
opinion? Like from
yeah,
actually having it?
well, they would sell. That was another thing I had over in Eastern Asia was they would have had they had these like markets where they would just sell um all sorts of just random whatevers. Like they would just have bugs, they would have chickens, they would just have pretty much just whatever you wanted right there. It was pretty much a farmer's market. which is kind of the norm over there. And you just go around and you just buy whatever. A lot of times they would just have like grilled bugs of various types. And yeah, we tried a cricket, wasn't good. I've had chocolate covered ants before. It just tasted like chocolate, and then with a very bitter bug flavor in it. Like,
Very bitter bug flavor.
yeah, I will say the one thing about bugs is they all taste like bitter. Like they are all like, um, there's a very specific bug flavor that is in a lot of bugs. It depends on the bug you're eating. Some bugs are not as bad as others. Some are very filled with that bug flavor. It's kind of like you know how a lot of seafood tastes like the ocean or it tastes the same
So that's
as,
another
you know.
topic I'll go to. But sure, yeah.
But yeah, it's like that with bugs. Yeah, seafood's
So
a whole nother
so
another
I
thing.
can't have seafood. Like
Oh,
purely, I just dislike basically all types of seafood. Like, I've had experiences where like I know there's a lot of people who don't like seafood just because of it. Just again that fishy taste or that
yeah,
seafood
it
taste.
all tastes like
It
the ocean.
Yeah, like there are some people that, and it's just for me like part of it's obviously I'm picky, like I said, I preface that. But it's like I've had experiences where like someone like there's is seafood or something within like something and like shrimp or in some kind of other thing, and like I didn't know it at the time. I eat it and I just can immediately tell it's seafood, and I'm just like I can't eat it anymore. Like I try to, but it's just like I can immediately tell there's some sort of seafood in it, and
Yep.
my body just rejects it and just goes nope. I It's not because I'm allergic or anything. It's not like I'm
You
allergic
just
or
don't
my
like it.
yeah, my gag reflex is just like no, you can't do that. You will not eat that.
Yeah, my brother's kind of the same way. He's like, I hate seafood. It all tastes like the sea. It all tastes like a flavor I don't enjoy. No matter what it is, no matter what type of seafood it is, it always has that I don't know. It depends. Like if it comes from the ocean, it all tastes like it comes from the ocean. Freshwater stuff will have different flavors, I think to me. Uh, like I'll have like a salmon bagel and it's freaking delicious. I love salmon. I will say that is my favorite fish. If I eat any kind of seafood, salmon. Salmon is my jam. Love salmon so much.
That's a
Uh,
common thing, and I would love to be able to enjoy stuff like that and be like, especially like again, the major thing would be sushi and everything. Is people love sushi for like the raw fish and everything, and it's like, well, I'd love to enjoy that, but it just won't happen. Like,
yeah,
before there was a time where like when I was younger where I just wouldn't eat something because I just didn't want to eat it. Like it wasn't because I didn't like dislike the taste or anything. It's just because I was a kid and I was just like, no, I'm not gonna have that. Like, well,
Your parents
purely
didn't
no.
make you eat your vegetables. My
Yeah,
parents
exactly. Like the
made
kind
sure
of
I ate my vegetables. They were like, "You will eat everything and you will appreciate it." I feel like yeah, that's kind of like something that's ground into us. Um, I guess my parents were very my dad's favorite one of his favorite sayings was like, if you don't eat it, you're just not hungry enough. Like that was his favorite like if you're not eating it, then you need to learn what it's like to starve and then you'll appreciate it, you know. It was very don't waste food was, you know, one of those things you know ground into me as a child and I hate wasting food. I will eat like leftovers like there's no tomorrow. I don't even care what it is, you know. I my my uncle Jack which is a very he's a very good cook. He likes to cook a lot of stuff, but he never eats it all and he will come over with like random leftovers. He'll just be like, "Hey, I dropped some leftovers off on your porch. There you go. Enjoy. Have a good time." And it'll be uh like high class pot roast. It'll be like ribs. It'll be like really good stuff, and I'll just be like, Thank you." And even if it's, I love leftovers. I think leftovers are amazing because it's just really good food. You can just throw it in the microwave and bam, you get a delicious, delicious, yummy meal.
Don't have to recook it again.
Yeah, you don't have to recook it.
You just throw it in the
And
microwave or something.
yeah, I'm not a picky dude, so I'll just throw whatever in the microwave and nom it. I will say I'm not, the older I get, the less when I was younger, um, I would eat a lot of processed foods like TV dinners and stuff like that. The older I get, the less I like any of that processed stuff. I don't.
I think that
I
makes sense. I think that's like a standard thing. As this, when you're young, you like the taste of the processed stuff, but once you get older, because
Yeah.
even I found that out. Like it's just like I enjoyed all the processed stuff, and but as I got older, it's like, well, it doesn't taste as good. It does taste like processed crap. So like
Yeah.
there's the
Yeah.
purely different taste in it, and it's just like, well, no, I'll have something more
Yeah.
real.
It all begins to taste like salt and preservatives, and it all kind of begins to taste the same. Uh Whereas, I start enjoying the fresh stuff a lot more and more and more. And now I'm like making things fresh on a daily basis and stuff like that. Or trying to. I'm still, not an amazing cook. I've never been an amazing cook. I'm terrible at cooking. But I can make like tacos and spaghetti and all the, scrambled eggs and fried eggs and all that kind of stuff. Um, I'm not making like ratatouille anytime soon or anything like that, but
Waffles is gonna become a professional chef just for
yeah,
himself.
pro chef waffles.
Pro chef Waffles. We gonna have a cooking stream, Waffles. We gonna never have a cooking.
I never have. I was saying for a while I was gonna do a cooking stream, and I got to get like a laptop that I can actually move outside to my kitchen. Without having to drag. Right now, I've just got like a big old PC, so I'd have to take the whole PC out, drag it to my
Do it.
kitchen for a stream.
Just take the entire thing and
Yeah,
just
just
move
yoink
it
it.
over to your kitchen and just move your entire setup over to your kitchen just so that you can have it over there.
I did do it. I did do it for a Christmas stream, so it's possible.
Or what you need to do is you need to get like what like a transmitter that would transmit the video feed over to your PC
Yeah,
and then get a wireless mic or something.
yeah. There's a few ways I could do it. I could also just
Or
bring
just do on
like
your
I can make
phone.
waffles. I could just bring a waffle iron into my room, here and just
You could,
cook.
or you could just stream it on your phone or something. You could do it on your phone.
Yeah,
Your
just
phone
make
would work.
yeah, I feel like a cooking stream, people would watch the cooking stream to see how much I fuck it up. Like it would not be to see what kind of miracle I can make. It would be how many times is Waffles going to burn himself? Let's
How
find
much
out.
hot sauce does Waffles have to put into his food? Because that seems to be a
Oh
common
man.
theme with
Halloween
your
streams.
holiday like any of your holiday celebrations
Yeah.
ones, whether it's like your Christmas or your Halloween ones or whatever. You
Oh
just
yeah.
put a bunch
Oh
of
boy.
hot sauce onto a waffle and stuff it down and internally regret everything.
I bought this thing for one of the streams on Halloween called Dave's Insanity Sauce.
Is it
And
insane? Eh,
it's pretty insane. I if you're a hot sauce aficionado, I don't think it rates that highly on the Scoville scale. But for a non-hot sauce eater, like I don't need a lot of hot sauce stuff. I can take hot stuff. I don't mind hot stuff, but I do mind Dave's Insanity Sauce. That
So, are you a spicy food person? I gotta ask that too. Are you a spicy food person? Do you,
I
is
Yeah, I like spicy food. I think spicy food has its
can,
place.
can you like withstand a decent amount of spice?
Yeah, I mean, I ate waffles with insanity sauce on my stream.
I mean, you could
If
be just doing that
anybody
to
saw
torture
the
yourself,
Halloween stream,
or after you regret it, you don't ever want spicy things ever again because of that. Like
for a
that.
while after I didn't, because let me tell you, it's just as hot going out as it was coming in. It was not a fun time. That hot sauce is that's the worst thing about hot sauce is how much it destroys your digestive system. It is just is I can take it eating it. Like I will eat the crap out of hot stuff. I will be like, you know, oh, it hurts so good. It doesn't matter to me. The spicy because it's all um it's not actually burning you. It's that capsaicin is like kind of mimicking the burning feeling in the same way that like menthol makes things seem really cold. Uh Capsaicin is kind of just like a, a fake burning sensation. And I mean it is really acidy still, so it can hurt you in that way. But um I've kind of don't really mind it that much. And I will just I will eat spicy stuff, no problem. It's what happens to my body afterwards that is uh, not a fun time.
Does your body just dislike spicy food? Is that like a thing?
If
Like
I eat a lot of it,
if you
if I
okay.
eat a lot of it at once, my body is like, nope, no, nope, not handling this.
So
Um,
basically, every Halloween that comes around, your body just goes into hyper after the stream. Your body just wants to die
Oh yeah,
for the next week.
after the stream, I'm drinking like milk and Pepto Bismol, like it's nobody's business, um, which does help it, which does help it a bit. But yeah, it's always yeah after the fact. It's you get you get your just desserts. I'll say. Um, I when I went to Thailand, I'll bring up Thailand again because that's where I had a lot of interesting food experiences because I went there a few times, and I remember going to this uh, little seafood place on the on the next to the ocean, and I decided that I would order the volcano shrimp. Now, I don't know if any of you are familiar with Thai food, but Thai food already usually very spicy. Like they love adding spicy stuff to Thai food. They really do. If you order something spicy in Thailand, it's gonna be real spicy. Like it's gonna be really spicy. Like a regular dish in Thailand is already spicy. If you order something called volcano shrimp, um, be prepared. You're gonna be breathing fire, which I
Were
was
you
not ready.
you're breathing fire?
I
Waffles
was
was
pretty much
legitimately breathing fire that
I
day.
was pretty much legitimate. Yeah, I burned down the restaurant. Yeah, it's all gone. It's
It no longer exists.
that place no longer exists.
He turned into a dragon for a little bit.
Yeah. Uh yeah, when it hurts to breathe is when it's too much spice. When it hurts to actually have air going out of your mouth is when it's too much for me. Uh but other than that, yeah, other than that, I don't mind spice at all.
Okay, so what we kind of jumped to a bunch of places. So what else do you enjoy? What kind of other foods do you enjoy the most?
Well, first before we move on, what about you? What's your take on the spiciness?
I don't mind it. Like there's only a certain amount I can take. Like I'm not like I don't like my sister's complete opposite. She can't have spicy food whatsoever. Um, like she if there's a little bit of spice in it, like she doesn't go completely insane, but she'll have a little bit of an issue with it. But like I'm okay in the middle of it where it's like I'm like all right, it's okay because my mom when she used to be able to, not anymore because we don't, yeah, it's not we don't have anything as spicy anymore, but my mom was always saying like before she would be able to have like a lot of spice and she'd be perfectly fine with it. It's died down now because she's not used to it as much anymore, but she used to be able to do it a lot. And I'm kind of in that, but in between where it's just like I can't do extremely spicy, but I can do a decent amount of spice.
Yeah, yeah, I think everybody's like tolerance level is different. Some people can't do any spicy whatsoever. Some people are just like, no, just keep anything spicy away from me. Some people are just like, yeah, I dump Frank's Red Hot on literally everything I eat. Some people are spice fanatics. I feel like
Thai
it
people,
depends on the yeah, Thai people,
Korean food,
Korean
a
food
lot of Asian
is
food is a lot.
yeah, Koreans will little girls will eat stuff that would make me cry in Korea. Like it is
I want to see.
some
That'd be funny to witness. Is just having waffles, basically, eating like some kind of spicy food next to a small Korean
yeah.
girl, and just waffles is there in tears while she's perfectly fine, and just waffles is freaking down and just like, nah,
I'm just
nah,
like, no more, no
nah.
more.
This small
The
Korean
little
child is
girl's just
just.
like looking at me like, what the heck is up with this loser?
Yeah.
No, I don't want to eat anymore.
That would
Yeah,
be so
it's
funny.
uh I can't I at a certain point the spiciness detracts from the actual like you can't taste anything besides the spice.
Well,
Like
some,
that's all you can
well, I
taste.
feel like that's sometimes the thing is this like that's the real kicker is it's not the food that's good. It's you're there for the spice and purely the spice because you just want to test yourself or maybe you're just
Yeah.
used to it, but it's just purely because of the spice. It's not because of the food that matters. It's the spice that matters.
Yeah, well, I mean, at that point, you might as well just take
Because
spaghetti noodles and just like take some hot sauce and go, and then just like shove it all into your mouth. Like, there's no point to any other,
well, there's some of those restaurants that
flavors
have like
in the
those spice
dish.
challenges like that are like well I don't remember like it's like or like ramen or no maybe not ramen but like
Yeah,
other things like of that kind of nature where it's just like the restaurant's like yeah we pride ourselves on like having whatever Scoville units of spice and it's just
yeah.
like uh, you no longer can taste the food. It's just purely because here's the spiciest thing in existence ever.
Astra says they've always wanted to do a spice challenge. You love spicy food and waffles. Well, have you tried spicy waffles before? I have. It's not as good as it may sound. It is I know spicy waffles sounds absolutely delicious. Let me tell you. It's not as good as you might think it is. They do have I've seen spicy maple syrup actually. Uh that does exist. There is spicy syrups
That
out
it
there.
can't be that spicy though. It can't be that like there's probably like a hint to it, but I can't imagine it being too spicy.
Right, like just destroying your tongue with spice. Probably not. I haven't tried it. Um, but I do know it's out there. I think
Are you gonna next time you see it? If you ever see it in a grocery, you have to buy it.
yeah, I have to buy the spicy
Yeah,
syrup.
yeah. If you ever see it in your store, you should buy it.
Esther says they love spicy food. Spicy foods is your jam. Yeah, we were just talking about all the spicy food, Astra. It depends on your yeah, it all depends on your tolerance for spicy stuff. Like I was saying earlier, some people they eat milk toast for breakfast and some people eat eggs with hot sauce every breakfast. You know, it all depends on I guess your body just gets I don't know how that works exactly. Does your body just like get so used to the capsaicin that it's just like as what is it doesn't
It burns off all your taste buds.
yeah I I don't know exactly how it works but um I know you just get better at processing it the more you have it. You have 3 bottles of hot sauce in your fridge? Nice. I still have Dave's Insanity sauce, which I have not touched since last Halloween for my Halloween stream.
So what can we get for you to put on that Dave hot sauce? And what kind of things should we have you put it on?
We're gonna move on. We're gonna move on.
What's the new
from
challenge for
this
Waffles?
topic of conversation.
What's
I
the
think
next
it's a
challenge for Waffles to do, like involving spice?
I know some people were asking me. I know Dog Lovers was asking me to do the 1 chip challenge. I know that's a thing. Um, it's pretty much like a single like Doritos chip with like just an insane amount of spicy powder on it.
So basically, what you're saying is, if Waffles ever does the subathon, that should be one of the goals.
Do the 1 chip challenge.
You do the with your
I
Dave
would
Insanity
die.
sauce.
That would have to be. Oh man. That would have to be like at the very end of the stream. That would have to be at the very end because I would spend the after that I would just be doing nothing but like chugging milk and Pepto-Bismol forever. It would not be a good time
Right, just
afterwards.
Everybody keep it in mind, if Waffles ever does a subathon and asks for suggestions, you know what to suggest to put on there. It may be unrealistic to get to, but you at least know what to suggest.
I don't like where this topic of we're just gonna change topics.
We already have you're doing a bunch of different things. You're getting close to 1,000 followers on Twitch, so you're gonna have to do Nekopara at some point in the future. By the looks of it, you're getting.
I did do a maid stream. I did dress as a maid for one of my streams.
You did do that while you were
already past that.
while you were with Sugar, and that was creepy. But yeah.
I prefer to think I was very pretty. Thank you very much. I like to think I was a beautiful, beautiful maid.
Waffles is now going to play Nekopara in a maid outfit, doing the 1 chip challenge.
Doing the Nekopara 1 chip maid challenge. Let's go. Oh my god, what is my life
you're gonna have to play through all of Nekopara.
What is my life becoming?
You have to dress up as a maid. You're gonna have to do the 1 chip challenge with the Dave's Insanity sauce at the beginning of the stream, and then go play through Nekopara, and you can't end stream until you finish Nekopara.
I'm gonna read Plasma's comment. Plasma said they can only do certain spicy things, but you can't go to spicy. As not a huge fan of it. Yep, there's a lot of people. It's just, I can understand anybody who's not into spicy foods because it's really not.
I understand that too. Again, like my sister, like there's a certain amount, like she's very low tolerance on spice. Like she can do a little bit of spice, but it's a pretty low. Oh my god! Oh no!
Oh my goodness gracious!
Oh Jesus!
Oh hi Johnny!
Hi Johnny! Hello sir! Hello
hi Johnny!
Hello everybody! Oh
we
no!
Got raided by
no! We got a lot of people here.
Well, man.
I guess we'll start over doing some introductions. Hello, everybody. My name is Bran or Brandon. Next to me is my co-host Waffles, or Waffles.
Hi, guys.
Waffles for Chumps. You have tuned in to the middle of our podcast, WaffleBran podcast, which we do bi-weekly. This is probably a great time to do some advertisement. If you do, we're talking.
Plug before they all leave. Quick before everybody leaves.
So, welcome to our podcast. We do it on a bi-weekly basis. Today we are talking about food. So if you are getting hungry or haven't eaten yet, be ready to still be hungry and get even more hungry, because that's what's going to happen today. But if you stick around and you enjoy what's talking about, you can give us a follow here, which we do bi-weekly live on the Waffles for Chumps Twitch. But if you like the podcast, you can give us a follow or subscribe at YouTube, Spotify, or I guess Apple Podcasts, Amazon Music, all under the name WaffleBran Podcast. That is where you can find everything if you enjoy what you hear today. We do it on a bi-weekly basis, like I say. So we keep coming back every Saturday at 6, or try to go at 6. I'd say we're probably more 6:30 EST or Eastern Standard. But hello.
Yeah, somewhere
welcome.
In between there.
Somewhere in between time. We'll be there
every other Saturday, sometime at some point every other Saturday. TFM Nut Raid? What?
TFM Nut Raid? Oh God!
I don't. Should I ask? Should I?
So do you know the llamas VR chat world? Like on the stage.
No.
There's a giant nut sign that pops up in the back and just do that. So yeah. People are going to bed. Have a good night. If you're going to bed.
Should I?
No,
you
should not question
further into this.
Who called you dogs? Did Johnny call you dogs? That what happened? TFM doggy. It's
Aria
TFM
was running cam and lights and kept hitting the nut button. I have so many questions.
Johnny called his viewers dogs. Oh boy. Johnny, what are you doing? What are you doing? Thank you for the raid, by the way. Hello, everybody. If you we don't have notifications on because this is the podcast, and I have to upload this to YouTube, and it is cleaner if I don't have notifications on, especially because this is not my channel, it's his channel, and I'm running it because I'm basically running everything. For those who do not know,
I'm a bad streamer, and I make other people run my streams for me.
For those who do not know, I am part of Johnny's team. I was his manager, and still help him out a lot. If you were at the concert and you saw the camera movements at the beginning, that was me. That would be me who was doing that. I do a lot of different things, including running this podcast and also controlling it. So there's Waffles.
Yes.
But yeah.
Shout out Bran. Bran totally streams.
I totally
Bran
stream. I
all the
don't.
time.
But yeah.
Bran, #1 Twitch streamer. Go give him a follow.
Best admin. I'm also apparently known as best admin, even though I refute
that.
But
Bran is best admin.
But yeah, so hello everybody. If you do give us a follow, thank you very much. We are trying to get Waffles to 1,000. We were just talking about this actually. We were trying to get Waffles to get to 1,000 followers here on Twitch. Because then we can convince him to do a Nekopara stream in a maid outfit while doing the one chip challenge, which is just one Dorito chip and him pouring a bunch of hot sauce on it. He's agreed to it and says he totally.
I agreed to absolutely none of this. People are putting words in my mouth. I don't know if I appreciate this.
He's totally agreed to it.
All the follows suddenly randomly. Thank you so much. I didn't agree to no one chip Nekopara mainstream challenge though. That is not waffle pain. So much pain. Save me. Oh god.
Yeah, no, but Waffles has agreed to do Nekopara in a maid outfit at 1,000. That was agreed upon. That was something that was agreed upon.
Yeah, and Bran has never let me forget it.
No,
ever since.
I would also blame Astra. You gotta blame Astra on that one as well, because Astra would is
as soon as Astra discovered that, she didn't let that go either. But I already did a maid stream.
No, but you have to do.
Count?
No, it's Nekopara maid. It's Nekopara plus maid. It's not maid and Nekopara. It's Nekopara plus maid. Just at 1,000.
Just to affirm, Nekopara is the game where the anime cat girls run a cafe, right, or something like that, and then they have sweet, sexy time
for an extra cost. Yes.
Is that the game where you bang the anime cat girls? Is that?
For an extra cost, yes.
For an extra cost, you have to pay extra for that.
Well, I don't know if it's an extra cost, but it is a DLC, so there is a clean version. The default version is clean.
Sexy time with the cat girls costs extra money. Oh my gosh.
It's paid DLC. All right, it's converted.
It's paid DLC. Wow. Got it. Okay. Boy, am I gonna... Okay, next question. Would I get banned on Twitch for playing this game? Is this game allowed on Twitch?
You can play Nekopara. You just can't pay. Don't play the DLC. If you play the DLC, yes, you will get canceled. But don't play the DLC, and you'll be perfectly fine.
Got it. Okay, got it. The free game, you're fine. Oh, Nekopara is free? Oh, okay. Well, that just made it. That makes it okay. If it's free, I'll play it at some point. Gosh, I don't know about the maid outfit though. Anyways, we're just gonna.
You can't do it.
We're gonna move on to our topic of our conversation for this podcast, which is food. I'm gonna be the one that keeps us on track this time for specific reasons. We
Don't
were just
worry, we will
talking
not
about
forget about it, Waffles. You already know that we will not forget about it. So even if you move on now, it does not mean you escape it forever, but we can move on back to wherever you want to go. We just finished up talking about spicy stuff. That's why the one chip challenge came into question. Because that was we were talking about
yeah,
spicy.
we were talking about spicy food and spicy food challenges and how I'm definitely never going to do a one chip challenge on stream ever.
You
The
never
only
know.
can
Can't
thing-
say never, Waffles. Anyways, yeah, no, I was gonna say, like, is there any other foods that you think are that you really like top of your class, top you would have?
Are we
it.
going back to favorite foods?
Yeah, favorite foods, because we didn't really finish off of it. We kind of jumped
we
into
started talking about pizza. Yeah.
You jumped into pizza, then we jumped into
Right.
spicy, and then we jumped over a couple places. So yeah, so favorite foods.
Like go-tos.
Go-tos,
Okay,
yeah.
So
like say you're stranded on an island and you have to eat 3 foods. That's all you can have. What would the top rated be? One's pizza.
okay, well this changes things up because it goes from favorite foods into a survival scenario, which is completely different.
Okay,
You know,
3
I've
favorite
got
foods. Just do 3 favorite foods. You want to find?
Yeah,
Stop making it
because once
complicated.
we start adding survival into it, I'm gonna be, I'm going foods with the most calories. For
You didn't have to
maximum
think about it that
calorie intake.
realistically, but okay. But go with your 3 favorite foods.
You can't just throw me into a survival scenario. My brain goes overdrive. Favorite foods. Okay. Pizza up there. If I could have any choice for like a favorite food, um it would probably be uh probably pho. Vietnamese, like a Vietnamese like soup dish, pho. I don't know if anybody's had it. It's spelled PHO. A lot of people pronounce it pho.
Pho.
I
Pho.
freaking love pho. I love Vietnamese food. Vietnamese food is amazing, and pho is like the top tier of the Vietnamese food. It's really popular over where I am. There's a lot of Vietnamese around here, so
Michigan?
I eat that a lot. Yeah, there's a lot of Vietnamese in Western Michigan where I live, and there's a lot of pho places around here, and that is my jam. Like that is. Oh, give me some pho. Oh, give me that sweet, sweet pho.
Okay, so that's 2. What's the last one?
For like a food I couldn't go without. Like a food I would absolutely
Top of the list. Your go-tos, your cravings that you get. Like what are those top cravings? What are the
I don't
go-tos?
know. It would probably tacos. I think it would have to be tacos because tacos is another one of those things.
What do you put on the
where-
tacos?
Yeah, well, that's the thing about tacos is you can have all sorts of stuff on your tacos.
So what I'm finding out a lot about these top foods is that it's things you can combine with anything you want. You like your choice because you said pizza, which again your explanation was because you can put all these different things in it. And now you're going to tacos with the same explanation of you can put anything you want in it.
Yeah, it's pretty much. I mean, I like to modify my foods. Sometimes you like different stuff, and you want different things on your things. So you want different things with the things, and sometimes I like different stuff. So I like pizza because you can change it. I like tacos because you can change it.
And yet he won't
I like pho
eat
just
things
because pho
together.
is amazing. that's about as far as I'm gonna go with pho. Pho is just delicious no matter what it is. It's amazing.
Arya says, and he won't eat things together. I don't know what you don't
Oh,
eat things together.
that's a whole okay. So I guess we can briefly. Well, before we move on to that, Bran, what about you? Top 3.
Top three
foods.
I'm probably a rib person. I like ribs. I like my wings as well.
Ribs is good. Ribs is a good choice. Actually, briefly for my third pick, ribs went past my mind for a second. Like I was gonna be like, oh, ribs are pretty dang good. Ribs are freaking delicious.
Um, hmm.
Would you
I
call a pizza taco a pizza or a paco? I'm sorry. Sorry to interrupt you. Just that really made me. Just the word pizza made me laugh.
Pizza is the one that made you laugh
Yeah, I would call it a pizza because it's
because
pizza.
funny.
Because is funny word. Sorry, didn't mean to derail you there, Bran.
No,
Blame chat.
I'd say also a buffalo chicken wrap. I love my buffalo chicken wrap.
Oh, okay. Very specific one there. Not just any wrap, a buffalo
Well,
chicken wrap
it
specifically.
depends because I don't like wraps entirely. Like it's got to be like certain like I like chicken a lot. Like chicken's something that I enjoy. But like again, we're going back to a little bit of spice. But I like like having be able to basically have the buffalo chicken, which like has the spice like sauce on it. Plus you have like your lettuce and then your bread to like so that you're to have the carbs like starch basically dim the spice down so it doesn't overwhelm you. Like I just enjoy it, and having it finger food as well is kind of nice.
Yeah, I think yeah, that's a pretty good blend of kind of all the things together.
Weren't you, Astra? Astra saying now this is making her hungry now.
Yeah,
I said it. It's like if you are hungry in any capacity,
if you are hungry, this isn't gonna help you.
This wasn't gonna help. And even if you weren't,
you have to stay tuned.
And even if you weren't, it might happen. Sed's going to bed. Have a good night, Sed.
Good night, Sed. Good night. Good night, everybody. Good night, whoever's heading to bed and things. We're still gonna keep talking about food though. Okay, so your three tops. So you've got
I don't know exactly, but I'll say chicken. I'll say for now, I'll go ribs, wings, buffalo chicken.
Ribs, wings, and buffalo chicken. Oh man, that is
buffalo chicken wrap. I do like buffalo chicken in general, but I'm gonna specify it just because I want to be specific.
Dang, that is like so. So do they have like a wing place over where you're at that you like to visit a lot? Like
there's a few wing places. I mean, like last week, last week we didn't do podcasts because it was our off week. But yeah, I went to a hockey game with buddies of mine. It is a tradition with us to go to a hockey game each year. There's a couple of guys that I go with, and we like for every year we go to a game.
Oh yeah, I remember messaging you and you were like, I'm sorry, but I am at a hockey game.
Well, yeah, because you were messaging me being like, hey, you want to play? And I'm just like, well, unless you
video games, play video games.
Yeah, and I'm just like, well, if unless you want to play at like 3 a.m. or 2 a.m, like it's not happening.
Yeah, you were having a good time. Where'd you go after the hockey game?
So after the hockey game, there is a wing play, or there's a Buffalo Wild Wings. I'll be more.
Yes. Okay. So you go to.
There's a Buffalo Wild Wings right across from the stadium, and we just go there.
Okay.
And we because also part of the deal and part of the fun is that the hockey team has a promo. If the home team scores 5 goals, you get 5 free wings from that Buffalo Wild Wing across the street.
What?
So,
oh my god, that place had to be packed.
It kind of gets packed sometimes, not always.
Yeah.
Because some people because it lasts like 14 days or whatever. Your ticket lasts 14 days, so some people go later in the week or whatever.
Right.
But like,
I love Buffalo Wild Wings, but at the same time, I don't like to eat around large crowds of people a lot of the time. So I won't go into the Buffalo Wild Wings. So I love Buffalo Wild Wings. It's delicious. But I will usually just take all my wings to go. I can't eat inside because it's just so loud in there.
It's normally not bad because it's it was like 10 after a game at 10 at night. So it's normally not too crowded in there. But yeah.
Okay.
Like and every time we go, like we've gone like 5 or 6 times, and like 90% of the time, like they've scored 5 goals, like or like four of the 5 games they've scored the 5 goals. So we go to the Buffalo Wild Wing place and we get our free 5 wings and then order what else on the additional to equal it. But it's just that's been our tradition. That's like more or less been our tradition when we go there. Is just we'll go to the hockey game, we'll grab dinner after, and hopefully they score their 5 goals and we get the promo, which normally they do.
Yeah, yeah, get those wings. I feel like it's a good time. Yeah, it's a good time if you can hear your friends. Like for those really crowded, or at least around here, it gets super crowded no matter what time you're
Not
going to
well.
Buffalo
To be
Wild Wings.
fair, the place we go is pretty remote. Like it's not downtown. It's downtown in a rural area up north. So
The Buffalo Wild Wings in the middle of nowhere, just
essentially,
yeah. What do we got on TV today? We got pig wrangling. We got mud wrestling.
that's out. If you go out into Edmonton or Alberta, or like Alberta area.
Oh, sorry, it's Canada. Right. We've got hockey.
Well, no, Alberta would be like the pig. It's because they're more western. They're almost more like your south kind of thing, in a way. But like here, we don't. It's not that rural, or it's more city. If you talk to Johnny too, you'll realize like there's a difference between the kind of the way it's
the different
provinces are.
Well, yeah, I mean that's just like anywhere, right? You just kind of lump everything together in terms of like, oh, it's Canadians. They all go A and they all say thank you, but like, I mean, you go to Quebec and you're gonna get a completely different kind of Canadian than you would
Is
in a lot of
Giles here?
different places.
Is Giles here so I can make fun of Waffle?
Yes.
So I can make fun of French Canadians.
French Canadian. Waffles Brain, is that what it's kind of called? Is this the Waffles
Oh, there's
Brain
Giles.
podcast?
Giles is here.
Hi, Jihos. Hello, our resident French Canadian.
Resident French Canadian
can inform us on the differences between the provinces of Canada.
Oh my god!
But I mean, even just like the United States, you know.
Well, again, Canada is technically so big. Like we again, we're like the U.S. We're maybe not as populated as the U.S., but like in a way, like we're just like as big, considering that we go from coast to coast. So you're gonna have different accents from coast to coast. Like the Atlantic coast, like in Nova Scotia and everything, they have a completely different accent than we do here in Ontario, and then out west there's different accent between even Alberta and British Columbia.
Yeah, and I mean, if you're not from that area, it's really hard to pick up on accents like half the time. I know we're kind of going off. We actually talked about all this like on the last podcast. We were talking about differences in. We had Aria on here for the last podcast, and we were talking about the differences between United States, Canada, and Britain, and all that kind of stuff.
Yes, go check that out if you have, and if you want to go, I suggest go checking that out as well. Again, go.
Yeah, that's on YouTube. That's actually got the most views. I think.
Go to our YouTube
anything.
or follow us on Spotify if you just want to listen to it, and like if you're on a trip or a car ride or something, you want to just listen to something, you do that. Or if you want to go watch the full video, you can watch it on YouTube. But yeah, it's interesting.
Some very interesting insights I learned about the differences between North America and like the UK and stuff. It's kind of interesting when you break it down. Speaking of which, okay, Canadian foods. Let's go into there. What would be like Canadian
poutine.
Staple foods? Everybody says poutine. Like that is when anybody thinks of Canada's
well, yeah,
food, it is just like poutine, which is like what, just like some stuff on some fries.
So what it is it's fries covered in gravy, covered in cheese curds.
Okay.
We didn't even touch on healthcare. No, we did not touch on healthcare because American healthcare sucks.
We can just all agree that that's there was no discussion there. We didn't even need to have a discussion on that. Poutine though is like it's literally your national dish. I would almost say the Canadian national dish is fries with some gravy and some cheese on top, which is very interesting to me because um well, I guess America really doesn't have our national dish is like what hamburgers, hot dogs.
Depends where you
uh,
go.
right, yeah. I guess it depends on what part of the United States you're from. So you go to like all these different places in the world though, and they have like you think India, you think curries, you think tikka masala, that kind of thing. Vietnam, you got pho. Um, uh Thailand, you got pad thai. Uh France, you forgot baguettes. But like all these places have crazy foods, and then you think of like Canada, what's your country known for? Well, we put some shit on some fries. United States, what is your country known for? Well, we took a cow and we crammed it between a bun.
And we butchered it.
um,
But yeah, no,
and then
like what-
it's interesting.
well, it's basically what poutine essentially is basically it's like a lot of people like have like fries with gravy and everything. Like that's not an uncommon thing. It's just now it's fries, gravy, and like melted cheese. Basically, we do cheese curds, but because of how hot it is, it just melts over it. So it's just string like a lot like melted cheese on fries, which is like that's what most people think of when they think of probably traditional Canadian food. Another one that's pretty, I don't know if it's well known, but it's pretty good. Is a Montreal smoked meat. So
Ooh,
Montreal smoked meat. I don't know
I'm
exactly.
not familiar.
Yeah,
with Montreal
I don't
smoked
know
meat.
if it's very common that people would know. I'm pretty sure a lot of people in Canada know, especially probably anywhere close to Quebec, probably know what Montreal smoked meat is. But basically, it's smoked meat, very seasoned. It's basically aged over a certain time, and it's pretty good. Like it's mostly done pretty well in Montreal. Unsurprisingly, it's Montreal smoked meat. But like,
are you saying Montreal smoked meat is smoked meat in Montreal?
but it's not like
Wow.
it's just only there. But like that's
Do
where
they use so it's like especially seasoned and
I don't exactly know how it's done. Like I haven't done research into it. All I know is it is like it's smoked, it's aged for a little while, and then it's it's spiced seasoned. So like again, going like
that actually sounds very good right now. I kind of want some smoked meats at the moment. Like
yeah. So
I love smoked food.
I don't know. Just does you host know about what like about Montreal smoke? How Montreal smoked meat is done? I don't know a lot about it.
Poutine, yeah, isn't poutine like more French Canadian than anything else?
Yeah, it's kind
I
of
mean,
like
I think poutine is a French word.
yes, yeah. It's kind of like again, it's more like just broad kind of thing at this point.
Yeah.
But yeah, it probably comes from there. I can't. All this stuff gets lost.
Yeah, I mean,
Another thing is beaver tails. Beaver tails is a very popular thing up here.
yeah, I've never ever once eaten beaver in my life. I don't know what the heck I
So
have no
it's
idea what a
not
beaver
an
tail
actual
is.
beaver.
Do you guys eat beavers up there in
Not that
Canada?
not that I know of.
Delicious beaver.
Not that I know of.
We put some maple syrup and shove it on some fries. The most Canadian dish ever known. They cook up some beaver, put it on top of some fries, and dabble some maple syrup over it. Sorry. And Bran is never doing a podcast with me
Fuck
again.
you, Waffles. Get out of here, you stupid American. No, beaver.
Uh,
So what beaver tails
I'm
is?
sorry, Johnny. Johnny too. I
he's
just
he's
realized
he's
we
probably
got
not
raided
here.
by another
He's
Canadian.
probably gone. He's probably
Oh yeah, Johnny was
Johnny's
like,
probably
"All
pieced
right, we'll
out.
raid this
What?
waffle guys. This waffle guy. I'm out." No, we're done.
No, we're good. It's gone.
He heard the first sentence and he was out. Um, but yeah, go ahead. Sorry, I didn't mean to
So
interrupt you.
that's okay. So basically, what it's like, how do I explain beaver tails? So it's basically fried dough. The reason it's called a beaver tail is because it's shaped like a beaver tail. So if you ever see the beaver tail, it's like kind of like a round, like oval shape in a way.
Okay.
So it's shaped like a tail of a beaver. So that's where a beaver tail is. But it's fried dough. So it's like flattened fried dough. And they put topping like sweet toppings on it. So like Nutella or like Reese's Pieces I've seen, or caramel, or like stuff like this. But it's just basically fried dough that's in shape of a beaver tail.
It's an elephant ear, but it's long. It's a beaver. It's shaped like
Sure,
a beaver
I don't know
tail.
what
It's literally just an elephant ear.
I don't know what
but
an elephant ear is, but I assume
we
sure.
have the same thing over here, but it's called elephant ears, and it's not shaped. It's not elongated. It's just round. And it's just fried dough, and they put a bunch of stuff on it. It's literally the exact same. I'm looking up beaver tail right now. One, I got pictures of actual cut off beaver tails, which I was not looking for, Google, but thank you for those images. And I've also got the actual dish, which is literally just elephant ears, except for where it's elongated. So if there's any Americans, if you've tried an elephant ear, you've tried a beaver tail. It's
I'm not a
essentially
fan
the
of beaver
exact same
tails.
thing.
I'm not.
I will give my experience with elephant ears is good for like the first 3 bites, and then you're like, I don't want any more of this. I can't. This is too much. It's so much cinnamon, sugar, and whatever the heck else topping they put on it. It's just pure sugar. Uh, I will usually, if I go to like a carnival or something, which is where elephant ears are very popular,
Yes. Yeah.
um, I will get one, and then we will all split it together. And everybody will take like a couple bites out of it, and usually we end up throwing the last bit away. I actually made elephant ears when I was younger. I worked at an elephant ear little kiosk thing for a carnival, and I would sell. Actually, I was the last in the line of production. I'd be the person who threw the cinnamon and sugar on the elephant ear. It was kind of like someone would fry it, the other person would put the cinnamon and sugar on it, another person would put the toppings on it. I was the cinnamon and sugar boy. I was
Cinnamon
cinnamon
sugar
sugar
boy.
boy. Yeah. And yeah, I sold elephant ears for a while, and I got really sick of elephant ears. Like, I was like, "Nope, I'm never having one." They're like, "Yeah, now that you work here, you can get all the free elephant ears you want." And I'm like,
I don't want
never
any.
wanna see one again." Which is I think how it kind of goes in any food industry that you work in, you're just like, after you've been there for, like, a week,
Depends. I
you're
feel like a
just
lot of
kind of
fast
like,
food. Like that's.
yeah, like, I never wanna eat this food ever. Which is,
I mean, if you're in a gourmet restaurant, I think you'd still want it.
yeah. Yeah, I mean, yeah, if I was like, if I was serving, ribs on a daily basis, I'd be like, hell yeah, give me some free ribs, please. Let's go. Or if I was like working at a sushi place, maybe. Um, but other than that, yeah, if you're working at like a burger place, that's literally all you smell all day. And you get so sick of that smell, you're just like, nope, I'm done forever. I'm never eating another burger.
Something else I saw was that apparently butter tarts are a traditional Canadian food. I did not know that.
What is it?
Butter tarts.
Butter tarts.
It is. They are a flaky pastry shell, and I guess filled with butter, essentially.
Oh, okay.
I did not
I've
know that
never
was
heard of
a
this
traditional
before.
Canadian food. I thought that was very common.
Yeah, I have no idea what you're talking about. This is something uh, I've never seen before.
Yeah, it's basically like, have you ever seen a tart? Like it's like the round shell.
I mean, yeah, I know what a tart is. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's basically, I guess, a tart filled with like mostly butter, eggs, and sugar.
Really? Okay.
I don't eat them that often, but
Tarts are not a very big thing here. We don't traditionally eat a lot of tarts in my area in the Midwest. Uh yeah, we did. I mean, we if we did eat a tart, we'd call it a pie. We'd just be like, "Yeah, it's a fruit pie. That's a pie with some fruit on it."
it's a
we don't we don't call anything a tart over here, even if it was very very tarty. But yeah, no, this yeah, I think for regional foods, if we're God, I wanna say like Midwestern regional foods because that's where I'm from in the United States, and like I'm trying to think, and I can't think of any like hot dogs.
hot dogs. You
Hey,
get the
we like
hot
hot dogs.
dogs.
We like grilling up some hot dogs up here in the Midwest. Um, I mean, we like all the American staples. We like hot dogs. We like hamburgers. We like pizza.
Give me the
What
hot
can I
dog.
say?
The hot dog and a beer.
I I I love hot dogs. I love hamburgers. I love pizza. I That's kind of the staples you're gonna get at any gathering you go to here in the Midwest. You're gonna get one of those three things. I guarantee it.
What's your thought on churros?
Churros, freaking great. I love churros. Heck yeah, I would a
I haven't had
churro
a
any
churro.
day. Churros, cinnamon, sweetie goodness, so delicious. It's pretty much like cinnamon toast crunch, but it's like you can just nom on it. You can just take a big bite out of one. Um, it's really good. I'm a big fan of cinnamon, so uh, give me more.
What about
Give me more cinnamon.
cinnamon rolls or cinnamon buns?
Yes. Oh, I will kill for a cinnamon roll. Well, my thing, I can't eat a lot of sugar anymore. I'm not a big sugar person as much as I used to be. Um, because I overdid it on the sugar when I was younger because I loved sugar so much that turns out having a lot of sugar not a good time. Uh, if you eat too much of it, it yeah, it starts to affect you. So I can't have as much sugar anymore. So if I eat a lot of it, not only to me is it like um it's not good for you, but also for me it just starts tasting bad after like the first couple bites. I'm just like I'll eat like a bunch of sugar and I'll be like, "Oh man, that's super sweet. All right, I'm done. I'm done eating sugar now." And I have to go eat something like savory. I'm a big savory guy. I like savory
Savory.
stuff now. Can you have some waffles? Yes, yes, you can. I will say one of the exceptions is waffles. I will actually eat like a whole plate full of
Do you
waffles
put
with
anything on your
syrup.
waffles? Like
Hell yeah, I
other
put
than
stuff
maple
on my
syrup
waffles.
and hot sauce.
Usually usually not hot sauce unless it's a very specific stream. Um but yeah, I mean I love putting like bananas on my waffles. Uh Blueberries, like blueberry sauce. Oh man. Now I want some waffles. Waffles are great. Waffles are amazing. Waffles is like my name is not just waffles. I do actually love waffles. I feel like waffles are I guess if we're talking about food and my name is Waffles and your name is Bran, we'll start a breakfast conversation. Um
I don't like Bran.
I
I'll say that. Someone gave me the
Well,
nickname. I
hold
don't like
on.
it. I don't eat it. Like that's the thing. It's
Wait, we're gonna we're gonna sit on this topic for a second. You don't like bran.
I'm not a Bran person.
You don't like bran flakes. So have you ever eaten bran flakes?
Very rarely. I think I only not often. I'll say that.
When's the last time you ate raisin bran?
Never.
You've never had Raisin Bran before. You never?
Nope.
Ever once. Never had Raisin Bran.
Can't think of a time.
I am shocked, awed, appalled, and astonished. I
Why would I? There's no need to if I don't want. Like, if I don't want to or I don't like it.
Well, you don't know if you don't like it if you've never had it before. I mean, I cannot believe anyone has.
I've
ever
never
had
thought of
Raisin
having
Bran.
raisin bread. I've never like I'm not a
You know-
huge breakfast person in the first place, but it's not like I don't go, oh, there's raisin bread, I'm gonna have that. Like I just haven't had a reason. I haven't gone like, oh, I want to try that. Like there's just not been a reason.
I love Raisin Bran. Raisin Bran is great. I used to eat a lot of Raisin Bran because I was like, oh, it doesn't have a lot of sugar in it. And then I checked the side of the box, and Raisin Bran does have Raisin Bran is almost all those little raisins. The reason they taste so good is because they are absolutely loaded with sugar. Um, but I still love Raisin Bran. Like I will down some Raisin Bran. That is some delicious stuff to me. I cannot believe you've never had Raisin Bran
I
before.
haven't had a reason to. I've never had a reason to because I've never.
What about cereals in general? Were you ever a big cereal person?
Cheerios, Fruit Loops, kind of stuff. I've had Rice
Mm.
Krispies before.
The basics, Fruit Loops, Cheerios, and
What
Rice
you'd,
Krispies.
what you'd have as a kid? Lucky Charms.
Yeah.
I get Lucky
Well,
Charms.
I
just to
would
eat.
add Raisin Bran onto that list, but apparently it's not. I would say like the four basic cereal categories are you know, um yeah, Cheerios, Fruit Loops, Raisin Bran, and Rice Krispies. And the fact that you've never had Raisin Bran blows my mind. Um
Just haven't
so-
had a reason to have it. I just
Okay.
I just
Okay, any brand based cereal, any brand whatsoever, just like any type of brand, like
5-6
Kellogg's
years since I've
Bran
had
Flakes.
it. 5 to 6 years, and I've since I've had it, and not exactly a fan.
Did you just have like basic bran, just like with nothing added, just like, here's some bran flakes.
Probably.
Yummy, yummy.
Probably.
Oh no. Yeah, that's not gonna do it. That's even I can't eat just like basic bran cereal. No offense, Bran.
Good. You won't eat me. Great. That's perfect.
Yeah, I'm not going to eat you anytime soon.
I don't know about you, on the other hand,
wow.
but
I feel like I don't even know who you are anymore. Who even are you?
someone who got picked the name to do it. Not that my intentions were to be called Bran Flakes. It just comes from the first part of my name.
As for me, waffles, I will eat waffles at any point. I believe they are, if you were to choose between pancakes or waffles every day. Every
We're
day,
choosing
all the time.
pancakes.
Heck no. Pancakes are easier to make than waffles, but they're not as good. Pancakes, they're very puffy. They absorb a lot more of the syrup, but waffles catch more of the syrup. Like you've got the little dimples in the waffle that catches the little syrup, and the syrup doesn't get absorbed into the waffle. So when you take a bite, you get that syrup flavor first, and then you get to savor the rest of the waffle. Whereas opposed to pancakes, when you eat a pancake, you just eat a bite full of like mushy syrupy gunk. That's just, it just might as well all be one thing.
So what if we stuffed
You might as well
waffles?
just be
What
eating
if we just
syrup
gave
soup.
you a plate of waffles and forced you to have them every day for a week?
It depends on do I get to choose the topping for the waffle?
You get one choice of topping. That's it.
Does somebody else make the waffles?
Yes.
Then yes, I would absolutely do that 100%. If somebody would make me waffles every morning, I would screw a week. I'd be like
a pancake. What about pancakes? That's what I meant. What if they put a plate of pancakes in front of you for a week?
Same question.
Same answer.
Somebody,
Same
same
answer.
answers.
Same
Somebody
answers.
else made the pancakes.
It's a pancake, though. For a week. Yeah, one choice of topping. That's it. No other.
Can
choice.
I have a waffle iron I can shove the
No.
pancakes into?
No.
Can I take the waffle iron and take?
No. It's a standard
can I
pancake.
cut little dimples into the pancakes before I eat them?
What?
Can I cut little squares out of the pancakes?
I mean, you could, but you'd probably cut too deep, and it would create giant holes in it. Hey, Frisk.
I mean, if anybody is making me breakfast for a week, I don't care what it is. I will take it. It doesn't matter. Like, if anybody is making me breakfast, heck yeah, I'm 100%
Now, what
taking
if you're
somebody up on that
so
offer.
what happens if you were forced to make your own breakfast and it had to be a pancake? You couldn't make a waffle.
I would rather die. That's the other end of the spectrum. Nope. There's no way. I would rather starve to death than have to make my own pancakes every morning. Nope. Not happening.
Oh my god.
Nope. You can feed me pancakes, but if you
can feed me though. But if you're forcing me to make them, then hell no.
I will not create. I will consume. I am not a creator. I am a consumer.
But you need to become a chef. You need to have that cooking stream, Waffles.
I'm not a creator, I say as a streamer.
I say as someone who creates content.
Dude literally creates content.
Oh my god.
But yes, waffles superior to pancakes. And also crepes. You know, I gotta say, I've had crepes. They're just really flat pancakes. Not a big fan of those either. French toast is a close second. French toast is a pretty good jam.
Okay, so we got waffles as first. Pancakes is a close second. What?
No.
All right, French toast.
Pancakes definitely not close.
Okay, French toast is a close second. Where are your pancakes?
Pancakes are at the bottom, I think. If we're talking breakfast pastries. Like in terms of like waffles and pancakes and crepes and French toast and all that. Pancakes, bottom tier. American pancakes are way too thick. Exactly. Yeah, they're way too fluffy. All they do is absorb all the syrup, and then when you eat them, you're just getting a bunch of you're pretty much eating a syrup sponge. So you might as well just be dumping syrup right into your mouth. And you may ask, what's the difference between that and waffles? Well, I'm glad you asked that very important question. With waffles separate the syrup more, and I feel like I already went over this. It separates the syrup flavor from the waffle flavor, and you get that sweet, delicious, syrupy goodness. And then the waffle part comes in, and it gives that crunch. You know, just like a little bit of a satisfying crunch. Whereas with a pancake, you just kind of get like a mushy, like, you know, with the waffle, you get that crunchy feeling. It's so much better. So much better.
You get that crunchy feeling with that hot sauce flavor. Great.
No hot sauce. No hot sauce. Unless you get spicy maple syrup, which is apparently a thing. So
Waffles loves his pancakes and his pancakes and hot sauce, as well as his waffles and hot sauce.
God no. Oh, end me now. End me now. No way. If I ever do, what if I did a subathon and just like with the end goal?
We're thinking of so
50,000 subs. We'll eat pancakes with hot sauce.
If you ever do a subathon, we're thinking of so many things right now that you could put on that list.
Oh my god, this is a very bad top. We're not going this direction because it's going to give everybody really bad.
We should have a conversation at some point, that like a separated segment, just for us to talk about possible goals to give Waffles, so that both his chat can torture him and everyone else around him can just torture him into a bunch of different things. And then he'll agree to all of them.
I don't like where this is headed. My sanity is not worth it. I don't.
It can't be that bad. It's not.
It's pretty bad.
Play my
Subathon goal, play my summer car again. Surfan really wants me to play that. I do. I haven't played that in a while. I feel like I should return to that game, and that game is that's a different topic.
you should do
I
that.
feel like if I start ranting about that, we're gonna lose track of our podcast topic. So
We should have that conversation, and Waffles does a subathon
Mhm.
or a charity stream of some sort, just so that we can have a bunch of goals.
just a bunch of random goals. Waffles will dress as a maid, eat hot sauce, do the one chip challenge, also with pancakes while playing Neko Para. I would rather die. I would rather
All with hot sauce on it.
all with hot sauce. Just also bathing in a tub of hot sauce as he does it. Bathing in a tub of maple syrup, spicy maple syrup. You think Twitch would let me get away with that? Bathing, sitting in a swimsuit in a tub of spicy maple
You can put it
syrup.
under the hot tub tag.
Yeah, it'd be a hot tub stream. Literally a hot tub. It would be a hot maple syrup.
I'm just gonna call this podcast episode "Spicy Maple Syrup." Bathtub of spicy maple syrup. There we go.
Oh my god. Oh no. I don't want to give Twitch any ideas. No. Okay. Anyways.
So chat, you better be taking notes on
Yeah. If I see anybody bathing in spicy maple syrup, I'll know you stole that idea. I know. We know, chat. We all know here. We lost the bar somewhere. We lost sight of our original conversation somewhere along here, and I am not sorry.
It's
I don't
better than
even
going off the
know.
conversation of talking about you exploding for a movie for 2 hours of different angles of the same shot.
Also, one of our most viewed podcasts, Waffles explodes the movie. Spoiler alert, I don't explode at any point in the podcast. But for some reason, everybody's expecting me to.
Waffles. There we go. Perfect. Waffles, bays, and Waffle.
It's literally just us talking about anime for like 2 hours straight. But it's called Waffles Explodes the Movie, and everybody. Boy, we should just name all of our stuff for clickbait.
Well, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna name this. I'm gonna name this is gonna be the new title. This podcast is gonna be named Waffles, Bays, and Spicy Maple Syrup.
Just call it Waffle shoves hot sauce up his ass. Like,
I don't know if that would pass. I don't know if that would pass.
Okay, up his butt. Sorry.
I still don't know if that was gonna
hot
pass.
Sauce up his butt. I think would get all the clicks. I'm pretty sure that would like get every click ever.
I don't know about that one, but okay.
I believe. Can we call it that? Can we call this stream
No.
Waffles shoves hot sauce up his butt? No? Dang.
I that maybe on TOS. That could be.
Is there any other food topics we want to go over?
That could be under TOS. I don't know. I don't even know. Again, you're the foodie. I'm not the foodie. I'll be talking about all the stuff that I don't enjoy.
You'll be talking. Well, I mean that's also like a legitimate thing to talk about. Like, what kind of food?
Everything.
I've got a very few foods I won't eat because, like I said, I eat pretty much everything. Up there, melons,
What type?
watermelon,
Just every type of
honeydew
melon?
Yeah, just there's something specific, some kind
don't
of
like water?
flavor. Whatever chemical is in melons, that specifically makes that melon flavor, my taste buds absolutely despise.
I actually like melon. I am for melon.
You're a melon.
I'm a
You're a
melon
big
lover.
melons guy.
Yeah, I like the watermelon. I like cantaloupe and stuff like that.
Okay, you you're a big melons lover. Got it. Okay.
Waffles is not as big of a melon.
Whatever chemical is in like watermelons and honeydew melons and all that stuff, I can't. My taste buds just reject it immediately as soon as I eat it. I will eat like a big bite of watermelon, and I can't. My taste buds hate it. I don't know why. It is just one of those things. It is just one of those things I can't. It pops out to me in the same way that like seafood all taste seafoody. Like if I taste like anything melon-esque, even like a cucumber, which is also something that has that even though it's not as sweet, it has this whatever that same chemical is that watermelon has. I can't do cucumbers.
You just hate water. You just hate water stuff. That's
Yeah,
basically
just I hate
that's
water.
basically
I'm
that's what
allergic to
melon
water
is.
is what I'm trying to
It's
say.
essentially water.
I haven't drinking water since I was born.
That's you know what, I was gonna say you must have been, but you're drinking Coke or some pep
Yeah,
or something out of your glass right there,
I'm drinking Diet Coke right now. Yeah, I don't even know what water is.
and that's why Waffles gets intoxicated so easily. He
It's
doesn't
it's
have water.
it's really funny as a kid, I always I hated going swimming. I hated swimming. I was not a big fan of swimming. Water scared me. Being underwater scared me. When I did go underwater, I would get ear infections and stuff like that. So I would always
Was it a
go up to
like
everybody
anywhere
as a
or
kid.
just like chlorine, like swimming pools? Like is it
Anywhere,
chlorine?
just, anywhere. The chlorine water actually would be fine because, there's not as much bacteria and stuff, but if I go swimming in a lake and get water in my ear, I'd get an infection almost guaranteed. Um, but I used to tell everybody I would go up to people and be like, um I'm allergic to water. I can't have water. I'm allergic to it. I would just go up to people and tell them that I was allergic to water and that I can't go. That's why I can't swim. That's why I don't like swimming
What about
because
now?
I'm allergic to
Are
water.
you able to do that now? Would you be able to
Yeah,
go swimming
I'm
now?
actually a pretty decent swimmer now. Um, I like going in water. I
So what happens
like
if we push you down Niagara Falls?
I would have a really good time for about 30 seconds, and then I would have a really, really bad time. I'd be like, "Wee!" And then I would be like, "Oh, wee." Which is funny, yeah, because we were talking about actually going to Niagara Falls, sometime here, because I went to Niagara Falls,
We did a
a couple
podcast
months
on it,
ago.
or partly one of our first.
Yeah, yeah. We went to
If not
Niagara
our
Falls, and
first. Wait,
now
no, is it the first? I don't remember. It might be. That's either the first or the second one we done.
I don't I don't remember, but yeah, I went from the New York side, which was not as cool looking as the Canadian side. So I kind of want to experience
Yeah, and you have to get
Niagara
your
Falls from the
passport or
Canadian
something
side.
for
Yeah,
you to be able to do it. So
right.
you should get on that if you haven't.
Yes, that is the thing I have to do. I need my passport so I can go and try those foods from all over the world because I'm a big foodie. I guess I'll talk more about like international foods I've had.
What about your Japanese
Um
trip? You went to Japan. What would you have over there?
I I actually one of the things I'll say one thing I didn't have, which was sushi. You would think you go into Japan, the first thing you would try is obviously sushi in Japan. Well, my dad's a vegetarian, and that's who I was traveling with my entire trip in Japan. So,
But there's
uh,
sushi there is vegan sushi.
yeah, but that's like you might as well not even be eating. You might as well just be like eating a bowl of rice. Like it's not. There's no there's no point in eating vegan sushi. Um, so we didn't go to any sushi places. Um I did have ramen from one of those classic like ramen shops. It was very weird. I couldn't figure out how to order the ramen because we were tourists and there's a very special way to order ramen in some of these ramen shops. Um, you don't actually talk to anybody. Japan has this aversion to actually interacting with anybody on any shape or level. They really do not like the less you can interact with people, the better off you are in Japan. Um, so what you would do is you would walk into this ramen shop and there would be cooks and servers and stuff like that up there. But I would go up to talk to them and they would be like, they would just shake their heads, say a bunch of words to me in Japanese, and point over to a machine in the corner. Which this machine had a list of all the different types of ramen that they had, uh, but they were all like just pictures of it, and you would just kind of hit a picture of the type of ramen that you wanted, press a button, and it would give you a ticket, and then you just go sit at a table, and then someone would wordlessly go and drop the ramen off to you, and then you would eat the ramen and then pay for it and leave without interacting with pretty much anybody other than the person who maybe came to your table. It's very just like very very little human interaction. Uh, which I would have loved to interact with somebody because the ramen was freaking delicious. Like I got served that ramen, and that is some of the best noodle dish I've ever had in my entire life. That ramen was absolutely delicious. Boy, Japanese food tastes way better in Japan. Like Japanese food,
No, who would have guessed
go
that?
figure,
Who would go
tastes
figure that?
better
Like
in the
the
country
the
it comes
home,
from.
yeah, the home country that makes it tastes better. Who would have ever guessed? No, no one.
um, I
No shit,
went
Sherlock.
um I went to a another restaurant. I forgot what it's called. Um but they sit you down at a table, and this table has a giant hot plate in the middle of it. Like it's just a regular table like you would sit at a booth, right? But in the middle of the table is a big ass, very hot plate that you just could easily burn yourself on. And the guy, the server who comes up to take our order, just looks at me, uh, knows that I'm a tourist, and just puts his hand near it and goes, "Hot, hot." That's all he says, and I'm like, "Yep, the hot plate is hot. Got it." And what they do is they just pretty much give you all the ingredients. Um,
Are you talking about like a Korean barbecue kind of?
Kind of. They give you all the ingredients for the food, and you just throw it on the middle of the table and you start cooking it yourself. It's literally just you take the food and here you go. You can throw it all in a grill and eat it. Oh, Bran, guess what?
What?
Dinobot on my Discord has just said that we are live.
Oh, good.
WaffleBran is live at this moment.
We are an hour and 50, basically an hour 50 in, and
Hour and 50 minutes in, and Dinobot's like, hey, Waffles for Chumps is live. Thank you, Discord bot. I really appreciate it. Um,
we're not
but
far
yeah,
off from
and then
ending.
I
But
had
now the Dinobot's going. Yep. Now is the best time to advertise this.
I had the fried octopus balls. Those are really good. Um, it just tastes like fried
Octopus.
rubber meat. It's really people like are like, what does calamari taste look like, or what does octopus taste like? It tastes like nothing. It tastes like it's just. I will say it's almost entirely a texture-based food. Like it just tastes like chewy rubber,
See,
and
I
you kind
couldn't
of
do
just
that. That would kill
y-
me.
y- there is no flavor to calamari or octopus. Really, it's just chewy rubber, and they take it and they fry it in some dough balls. It tasted good because it was fried dough balls, but with something chewy in the center. Um, I what else did I have? We did go to I stayed at
Did you have any like?
a like a bed and breakfast kind of thing. with a huge group of tourists. It was it's almost like a hostel situation. Um, and we did one night all go to a bar together.
I do
And
remember this story.
yeah, yeah, we all sit down. What they do in Japan is if you have a giant group that goes to like a restaurant or a bar or something, they will just have a private room where you all sit down on very uncomfortable pillows. I, Japan, you need to learn how to sit. I will say that more than anything, I've never been more uncomfortable in my life than sitting at Japanese tables. I can't, my knees hurt every time I sit at a Japanese table. I cannot. I need comfort on my tush. I need tushy comfort. And Japan does
Waffles
not
is
provide
breaking
tushy
his
comfort.
knees every time he goes to Japan.
Yeah, I'm a tall guy. I'm a very tall guy with again only got thick thighs.
Hey, you
I'm a
heard
very
it,
thick
everybody.
boy.
Waffles got thick thighs.
I'm a
You heard
very
it here
thick
first.
boy, and I it's very uncomfortable for me. Um, but yeah, you all sit down at knee height on these at around a big table, and what they do is they just bring food to you. Just like there's no you don't order. They just bring a little bit of like literally everything that they have, and they just keep on bringing it. If you start to run low, they start to bring more, and you kind of all just split a really big bill at the end. There's no you don't get to choose, you don't get to pick, you just take whatever they give you. It's really good. I wasn't complaining, but there was some disagreement over like because we were all tourists and we had no idea how this worked. Uh, we were like, "Why are they still bringing us food? Wait, are we paying for all this food? What's happening? What's who's paying for what? How's it, how is this bill going to be split?" It was just it was pure chaos. And on top of that, everybody was drunk because they kept bringing us sake. So imagine a bunch of drunk people trying to split a bill that they did not understand from a language they didn't understand. We actually had to call up the dude who ran the bed and breakfast because he was the only person we knew that could speak English and Japanese. And we're like, please come over here and help us figure out what's happening because we have no idea. They just keep bringing us food. Help. Uh, I gotta say, really tasty though, really delicious.
Yeah,
Japanese food, way up there.
it's not the same, but there is just some kind of Chinese kind of restaurants as well that will do not necessarily that, but what you'll do is it's basically a family gathering where they'll hand you the list of what they can have, what they serve, and basically you put the quantity and check off
Yeah,
what
dim sum.
yeah, like dim sum and everything. You check off whatever
Dim
you
sum,
want,
yeah.
and you give it to them, and they'll bring out loads of the food and put it on a
Mhm.
center plate that just spins around the table, and everyone just
Yep.
takes out what they want. So it's not individual portions; it's a group portion that everyone takes a little bit out of what they want. So like, but you do get a choice. Just it's a group
Yeah.
choice rather than them constantly breaking out a bunch of stuff.
Yeah, that was a big popular yeah, when I go to Asia, that's a very big dim sum restaurants, very very popular over there. You just order, if you want something, you kind of just get it, and everybody shares a little bit of everything. It's really popular. It's pretty much just a big old potluck of um, just whatever they have or whatever everybody orders. It's super good. I love dim sum because when you eat at a restaurant, you're kind of just like, "Hey, could I try some of whatever dish you're having? I want a little bit of that, or I want a little bit of this." Um, and dim sum just kind of like capitalizes on that, and it's like, "Yeah, we know everybody's gonna split everything anyway, so we'll just give a little bit of everything." Hi, Draco. Yeah, we're talking about food. Y'all making me hungry. Well, I mean, it is a food podcast, so we warned everybody ahead of time. If you're hungry, then make sure you get some food while you're watching this podcast.
Or don't
Make sure,
and start feeling hungry. And if you weren't hungry
right?
before, then you're probably hungry now.
Yeah. Man, I really want some Asian food now. I've talked a lot about Asian food because that's been my primary experience with going overseas. And trying new foods was Asian foods. I never really went to Europe or anything like that, so I haven't tried a lot of European
Yeah.
dishes.
Well, maybe you'll have to once you get your passport done, Waffles.
Yeah, once I get my passport, then I'm out of here. Bye.
Bye.
I'm going all over the place. I'm going to Italy. I'm getting some pizza straight from the source. I'm gonna go talk to the prime minister
I'm gonna
himself.
talk to the prime minister that I know and I am friends
Yeah, that
with.
I personally know, and get some pizza from him that he made.
You need to get some. Oh, big shot to
Yeah.
Mario. You need to get some real food.
You need some real food. Said I do gotta say, UK food not as popular around the world from what I've seen. There's very little places that serve
Denmark.
UK food when I travel. I haven't seen a lot of it. Uh, there's a few pubs I'll see every once in a while that'll like cater to UK tourists. They'll be like, "We got fish and chips here."
We got
Um,
fish and chips.
American food, I'll mostly just see fast food. I'll see like KFCs are freaking everywhere. Boy, Asians love KFC. There's a KFC on like every corner. They love fried chicken. Um, there's a lot of burger places. I will say A&W is a lot more popular not in America than it is in America. There's not a lot of A&Ws left actually in America. But there's a
I find
frick
AMW
load
confusing.
overseas. In terms of what I love the root beer. Root beer is really good.
I'm not a fan of root beer, but their menu is confusing as fuck for me. Because it's just like, there's this Papa Burger or Mama Burger, and it's like, what does that actually mean? And I'm
Big
so
Daddy burger.
confused.
Try the Big Daddy burger. You're gonna love it.
I'm so
This one's cooked
freaking
just
confused.
right. It's like a Goldilocks theme.
Yeah.
Here's the Mama Burger. Is that really what it's called at A&W? The Papa Burger and the Mama Burger?
I think so. I think there's different versions. I think there's like a teen burger and like
Oh yeah, it is called the Papa Burger.
I just don't know any. I just don't know their menu.
I
It's
don't
not that
either.
popular, but it's like
Yeah, they're so rare actually here in North America. But I will see them everywhere in other countries. Because I guess that's their kind of draw is like American food. Get some burgers here.
Although the
Um,
idea of the glass is pretty cool when you eat inside the restaurant. That I will say.
oh yeah. You're talking about like
The mug.
um yeah, the mug and stuff like that. You
Yeah.
actually get a mug for your
You get a
root beer,
mug
which
and then
love me some root beer. I'm a big root beer
and
fan.
then they put it in a freezer basically so that they don't put ice in it. You just have it's just a cold cup.
Yeah. Yeah, I do like the mug. There's just something great about drinking out of a mug. There's just something delicious about drinking out of a mug.
Mimic it right now, Waffles. Mimic your drinking out of a mug.
Mimic my mug drinking. I have a mug here. It's definitely not a regular cup. Ah, yes. Yummy mug root beer. Delicious. Scrumptious in my tummy. Could you imagine if that's how
That would be
I actually ate at a restaurant? Like we're just
all
we're
right.
just
All right.
having a normal
yeah,
conversation. You're sitting down.
We're making plans to come visit you and Leo, and we're gonna have Waffles do that in one of your local areas and see.
I am drinking my drink right now. Just make slurping noises. You miss Frankie and Benny's? I don't know what that is.
I don't.
I've
either.
never seen. I don't know what a Frankie and Benny's. That sounds very British, though. That sounds like the most British thing ever.
I'd like to go
Pub
back
food and fish and chips is about all we got.
I'd like
for
to
the
go back to
UK.
the UK at some point. I also would love to go across
Yeah.
Europe a little bit more as well. I haven't had the chance to go across Europe.
Yeah,
With
you
Francis
visited.
come to
So,
Denmark.
what'd you think of food in the UK?
I can't remember because it's been so long. like, well, I'm not. I like
Well,
no,
that
no,
isn't
no kidding. Like, cause like I haven't been to UK since like I was 12, 13.
very young. Yeah.
So a decade now. God,
Okay,
that's
it's been a little bit. You
it's
don't
been about a
remember if
decade
it.
since I've gone back or gone to the UK because like we went because my dad's from born in Scotland. Like he's from Glasgow.
Okay.
So like when we were like 12, 13, we went over and did like London and everything, and then went up north to Scotland, obviously to see his hometown and everything.
Right.
But like it's been a decade. I'm not.
I
I'm
know,
not gonna remember a
I know
lot.
Scotland has what do you call that with like the stuffed sheep's liver or
Yes, I know
whatever
what
the
you're
heck it
talking
is.
about, but I can't remember the name of it right now.
What is that called? That's called like I keep wanting to say hummus.
That's not. It's
That's
not
not what it's
hummus.
called. Yeah, it's called like
Haggis.
oh my gosh. Haggis. Yes.
Thanks, Arya.
Haggis. Thank you, Arya. Yeah. Haggis is another thing I haven't tried. It's apparently when you think Scotland and food, like that's the
You think
one thing
haggis?
that
Yeah.
they're known for is
Hummus.
they just stuff
you,
a bunch of stuff
you think of hummus
in a
according to
stomach.
Waffles.
I think hummus, yeah.
You think
Sweet, delicious hummus is pretty good too. I'm not gonna lie. As far as dips go, love me some
no, but I
hummus.
just like I love the idea that it's like you you thinking that it's like when you think of Scotland, you think of hummus according to Waffles.
Yep. Waffles for chumps. When you think Scotland, you think hummus. Try delicious Scottish hummus now today.
Oh no.
Haggis though, like I don't think I ever want to try anything that is stuffed inside of something else's stomach. I don't that just sounds not good to me. I can't imagine. Like, I will try anything. If somebody served me haggis and said, "Here you go," I would probably eat it, but I don't know if I'm going to enjoy it. I honestly, I don't know. According to the wiki, haggis is a savory pudding containing sheep's pluck, whatever that means, minced with onion, oatmeal, suet, spices, and salt, mixed with stock and cooked while traditionally encased in the animal's stomach. Nope. Traditionally animal stomach, but they use a casing now instead. Okay, I would try it with a casing, but not otherwise, I
Not
think. Mm-mm. It honestly just looks like a big chonky sausage.
that's
It
what
just looks like
that's what
a
Arya is
big
saying. It's like
round
do you eat
sausage.
sausages because that's meat in intestine lining.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I love sausages. A big part of my family is Polish, and they every time I go to like visit my uncle, it's always sausages. It's just
Pure
constant sausages.
sausages.
It's just pure. What do you want to have tonight? Well, we're going to have sausages.
We're
more
gonna have
more
just
sausages.
sausage.
Yeah, it's a lot of meat.
So, well, basically, what's happening now is that Waffles is Waffles needs to get his passport so that we can do our Niagara trip first, and then we'll have to
Yes.
make a trip to Europe.
And then our naked hot tub tour that we were definitely going to do.
Nope, no one knows about that. This is a new podcast. No one.
This is a new podcast. What? Oh yeah, that's right. This is
no.
we've restarted the podcast. So
No
nobody
one
knows
no,
about
Nobody needs to know. That does not
the
exist
hot
anymore.
tub tour.
That's
That's right.
That no longer exists anymore. So
Oh
get it out of
man.
here.
Oh.
Get it out of here. No, it has no space here.
You mean the tour across the world where we visit every hot
No.
tub and we are sitting there naked in a hot tub together?
It wasn't a hot tub, but no, even at that.
Or hot spring. Oh, that's right, hot spring specifically, not hot tub, hot spring. Yes, we have to visit every hot spring in the world and awkwardly sit there naked together staring at each other in every hot spring. We need to do the hot spring world tour.
Nope.
And
it
we
will
stream it live.
No, that's if you want to get banned. There has
The hot
to
tub stream. I don't. We just show the upper bodies. It'd be fine. It'd be totally cool while eating hot dogs.
What?
No, No, while we eat the regional food of the region, we would call it, I don't know, we'd call it um what would be a good name for a thing where you just are eating regional dishes while sitting in a hot spring together? Spr- spring cooking? Spring meals?
The hot tub tongue.
The hot tub tongue express. I like the hot tub tongue express.
Oh, jeez.
That's a pretty good one. I like that. We're gonna call it the hot tub tongue express.
But it's not a hot tub.
The hot spring tongue express. Yeah, that's what we're gonna call it. Yeah. I like that. That's perfect. Oh my god.
And that's what will never happen. Future plans that will never happen. Right there.
I think that's a good note to end the podcast on.
Great
I think
note.
That's a good note to end it on.
Future plans that will never ever happen.
Future plans. The hot spring tongue express. Stay tuned for our next podcast.
Put that in the archives and never take it out again. Well then, thank you everyone for tuning in for another podcast once again, with whatever the hell happens again, as per normal. That is which is the typical. Again, if you do enjoy what you've seen here today for some reason or enjoy listening, I suggest you go check out some of the past videos. Like I said, you can go check it on YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Amazon Music, all in the name WaffleBran Podcast right there. You can see it, all of the past episodes, anything we've talked about prior. You can go check it out all over there. I suggest you do go look at them because some of them are interesting. Go check out our last one, which we did with Arya, talking about the different cultural differences between the U.S., Canada, and the UK. It was pretty eye-opening.
It was a really cool time.
Yeah, it was fun. You can also watch the one previous to that, which we did similar to this, where we talked about anime and we went off on a tangent talking about how waffles could explode for a movie. That one also is very interesting as well.
Yeah, our entire anime.
So
it's called Waffles Explodes the movie, but it's just us talking about anime for 2 hours. It's a good watch. I definitely exploded the end. You should watch it.
So if you enjoyed what you heard today or want to go catch up on other ones, go check us out there. If you are listening to any of those and you want to check us out live, check us out on a bi-weekly basis on Saturdays at basically 8:30 Eastern Standard or Eastern Time.
6:30.
6:30. Oh, what did I say?
6 to 6:30 Eastern Standard Time.
Sure, yeah, 6 to 6:30 Eastern Time. Over at Waffles for Chumps. You can check us out there live. We do it on a bi-weekly basis.
Twitch.tv/Waffles for Chumps.
And give him a follow so that we can get him to do Necropara.
No, that's okay. Don't.
Oh.
You're good. You don't have to do anything. You good. Just watch from a distance. A very far distance.
So yeah, that's where we'll end it. That's the thing we'll end it on is Waffles possibly doing Necropara in the future in a maid outfit because he's hit 1,000 followers. So take care, everyone. We'll see you again.
Love you guys.
Not next week, but the week after.
A good one.
So see you later. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. See you next time.